Please welcome on stage the wonderful Blulu.
Hello everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Was this better?
No.
Well, it's really nice to start off with a bit of comedy and to see so many familiar faces. Now then, the thing is, I thought I'd start off by catching you up with what's been happening. So I think the burning and the itching has got a lot better. The yoghurt really helps, but the trouble is I keep eating it. But I'm finding what is taking a long time is I'm still needing to go to the loo about every 20 minutes or so. I don't know if you'd all sort of have a...
Hey love, it's actually Wednesday today.
It's what?
It's Wednesday.
Yeah, right. It's Thursday, isn't it, today, everyone? What's today?
Wednesday.
Promise. Comedy. What cheese is made backwards? Edam. Wednesday. Right. Right, laughter then. They say laughter is the best medicine. So in a way, I'm here in the role of a doctor. And one day, this gig might be available by prescription only. But I think the management would like me to state that coming to cafe comedy will only help you lose weight if done in conjunction with a calorie control diet. Now, what would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? That bodes well for the next bit. I'm no Whitney, but I'm going to do my best. It would really help if we could all join in together and pretend that when I hit a bum note, which I will, that I have done it deliberately for comedic effect. Thank you. This is called Scrabbled. F-I-Z-X-K, sitting next to a V, and the J, it's my goal, but I can't go. The board is blocked every step of the way, and I is my only vow. I is no help to me now. Phoenix a Jeef, Vizjex K, Polish words are all I can play. So I swap, but it's a flop. I don't need that cue in my tray. And I is all I can use. I would just score me two. I need more than two. I hope you I find, and I hope I can place quiz somewhere, and I wish for T's and M's and L's, but above all this, I wish this game was done. Painful key change coming up. It's no use with my cue. My choices are few. I switch my V for W when a single would do. You, I just need you. Thank you for not walking out with me. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Obviously, whichever one was male. Right. Now, as you can tell from my accent, I'm not from these parts originally. I was born in London, and then I moved to Sussex, where I met my fella at the back. I didn't meet him at the back, actually, I met him in Sussex. And then we moved here in 2012, and we love it here in Bridlington. I mean, I could talk to you for ages about all the wonderful things here in Bridlington, but the only thing is that wouldn't be funny, because saying nice things isn't funny. And I mean, I can prove that. For example, how about those beaches in Bridlington? Flipping gorgeous. See, that's not funny. Try this one. What about those views from Bempton Cliffs, eh? Yeah, you see, it's not funny. But I was born in London, where they say the streets are paved with gold, and now I live in Bridlington, where they're covered in dog poo. Now that's funnier. Right, and the worst thing about being in Bridlington is the thing about the doorbells. I mean, I don't want to offend anybody, but what is it here with the doorbells? Hardly anybody has any working doorbells. And all the callers, they get used to knocking on the door instead, with all the power of a dying butterfly giving its wings one last flap before fading into a coma. And I've missed so many deliveries that I'm thinking next week of putting up a sign that says, door knocker not working, please try the doorbell instead. I'm going to raise the tone now and do you an intellectual poem. This is called Rhoda. I hope you like it. Cute little Rhoda came out of school and started to walk up the street. She had sparkly ribbons on her pigtails and sparkly shoes on her feet. She turned off down the lane away from the crowd and plugged iPod headphones in her ears. She hummed to herself, only slightly out loud, content without worry or fears. A short way behind her was a driver, wearing a hat and a Mac. He drove really slowly and quietly, keeping himself some way back. Rhoda began skipping to her music. The man, he just watched her and smiled. She looked so sweet and beguiling, and this man was easily beguiled. He pulled his car into a lay-by, leaving the engine still running, and walked quickly up to our lass, while she was still innocently humming. He reached out and grabbed at her arm, saying, "Get in the car now, please, Rhoda." She shook off his hand and said, "No, Dad, I've told you, I'm not getting in your Skoda." Maybe it wasn't quite as intellectual as I thought. Okay, prepare yourselves, it's now dodgy lyrics time. Yeah. Tough. Those of you who've seen me before, you know I collect dodgy lyrics, and for the visitors that are new, you'll pick it up, I'm sure. So the first one, this was a hit in 1976 called "Isn't She Lovely?" and it was sung by, anyone want to have a guess? Stevie Wonder. And it goes, "Isn't she lovely? Isn't she precious? Isn't she pretty?" And it would all be really lovely if it hadn't been written and performed by somebody blind. Next one, this was a hit in 1974 for Joe Cocker. This is a bit more obscure. Anyone want to have a guess? Say again? No, not Delta Lady, good guess. It's "You are so beautiful to me." Lovely, yeah? No. It would be if it hadn't added "to me." You are so beautiful to me. I mean, Wayne Rooney's mum could sing that to her kid, couldn't she? Next one. This was a hit in 1989 Have I Told You Lately by Van Morrison. Everyone know it? Have I told you lately that I love you? And as all the women here will tell you, there's only one response to that, and that is, if you even need to ask. Last one. This was a hit in 1964, and you get real big kudos points if anyone can tell me who sang My Boy Lollipop.
Millie.
Yeah, oh, you're clever. I didn't think anyone would get that. Clever cats. So, My Boy Lollipop. Is it me, or does that always sound just a little bit rude? Right, now prepare yourselves, guys. I'm going to say something highly racist. I really, 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 really can't stand athletics. Right, next thing I'm moving on to is a subject that I'm really confident about because it's the funniest thing around at the moment. If I just tell you what the theme is, you'll laugh so much that you might hurt yourself by falling off your chairs. So please hold on tightly when I tell you that the hilarious thing I'm going to talk about next is Brexit. We're thrilled, aren't we? Right, I've got something to say about Brexit, although I don't want to hex it. I just want resolution with almost any solution for an ending in sight. I'm near desperate. I've had it with all of this joy. I keep trying and failing, ignoring. There's no light at the end of this tunnel, my friend. It's brain-achingly, breathtakingly boring. When it all started, I cared. I voted. Which way won't be shared. Now, I just want it sorted and not constantly thwarted. I can't wait till an end is declared. Pretty please, no second referendum, nor stuff added to the Brexit agenda. Let's just sign on the line, any terms will be fine. Agree them now, later on we'll amend them. I only hope nothing now wrecks it, or that no one does anything to complex it. Here is one heartfelt plea from little old me. Can we all please shut up about Brexit? Thank you, you've been very patient. I've only got one more thing to do, but before then I just want to say a couple of thanks. I know it's really boring to you, but bear with. I want to say thank you to my fella at the back for all his support, and a huge thank you to John Aggerman for bringing this gig to Bridlington, and also for giving me and people like me a chance. I so appreciate it. And last, but with equal importance, to all of you for coming. It's lovely to see some familiar faces. We're becoming a right little family, little comedy club. It's lovely. Please keep coming and supporting live comedy. So, I'm right at the end. I'm going to finish with a song, but I'm a bit knackered. So I think it's time you did some work. You're thrilled, aren't you? Now, just join in when you like. I'm not going to pick on anybody. It's a bit of a memory test, and it's called The 12 Days of My Diet. On the first day of my diet, all I had for tea was a green salad and a Diet Coke. On the second day of my diet, all I had for tea were 2 hard-boiled eggs and a green salad and a Diet Coke. On the third day of my diet, all I had for tea were 3 small white wines, 2 hard-boiled eggs and a... You'll get it. On the fourth day of my diet, all I had for tea were 4 low-fat yogurts, 3 small white wines, 2 hard-boiled eggs and a green salad and a Diet Coke. Well done. On the fifth day of my diet, all I had for tea were 5 Jaffa cakes, 4 low-fat yogurts, 3 small white wines, 2 hard-boiled eggs and a green salad and a Diet Coke. On the 6th day of my diet, all I had for tea was 6 sausage rolls, 5 Jaffa cakes, 4 low-fat yogurts, 3 small white wines, 2 hard-boiled eggs, and a green salad and a Diet Coke. On the 7th day of my diet, all I had for tea was 7 spoons of sorbet, 6 sausage rolls, 5 Jaffa cakes, 4 low-fat yogurts, 3 small white wines, 2 hard-boiled eggs, and a green salad and a Diet Coke. Thank you. On the 8th day of my diet, all I had for tea were 8 squares of chocolate, 7 spoons of sorbet, 6 sausage rolls, 5 Jaffa cakes, 4 low-fat yogurts, 3 small white wines, 2 hard-boiled eggs, and a green salad and a Diet Coke. On the 9th day of my diet, all I had for tea were 9 chicken nuggets, 8 squares of chocolate, 7 spoons of sorbet, 6 sausage rolls, 5 Jaffa cakes, 4 low-fat yogurts, 3 small white wines, 2 hard-boiled eggs, and a green salad and a Diet Coke. On the 10th day of my diet, all I had for tea was a 10-inch meat feast pizza, 9 chicken nuggets, 8 squares of chocolate, 7 spoons of sorbet, 6 sausage rolls, 5 Jaffa cakes, 4 low-fat yogurts, 3 small white wines, 2 hard-boiled eggs, and a green salad and a Diet Coke. On the 11th day of my diet, all I had for tea were 11 ice cream Mars bars, a 10-inch meat feast pizza, 9 chicken nuggets, 8 squares of chocolate, 7 spoons of sorbet, 6 sausage rolls, 5 Jaffa cakes, 4 low-fat yogurts, 3 small white wines, 2 hard-boiled eggs, and a green salad and a Diet Coke. On the 12th day of my diet, all I had for tea was a green salad and a Diet Coke. Thank you, enjoy the rest of this show.
So your dreams can come true. You can step out of this audience.